What it is, what it do, and how the hell are all of you? With yours truly, Petrov, fucker back with another motherfucker. You already know the deal. Keep it 100% real. It's been wild. Once again, I think it's going to be wild for a while. I just think it has been. I think it's going to stay that way. It just is. I am working on a motherfucking music segment that's going to be, again, just fully loaded, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get as much as I possibly can, get that shit jam-packed, get it in there, you know what I'm saying? Get it in there like chin hair, you know what I'm saying? Facts. Oh, smoking on some G13, man, with some of that THC crystal shit, blah. You already know what it is. So I'm gonna go over a couple things today, man. Kind of just got a lot going. I kind of just got a lot written down. Depends rather than where I want to start. You gonna hear the pages flip, like I said. I don't be editing this shit out, man. Keep it just. It is what it is. It's how I do it. And there's a lot, man. Woo. You should be hitting. All right. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about that Buffalo man, the old man that got pushed down by the Buffalo cops. I know a lot of people are saying that shit's not right. He didn't have that coming. A whole lot of different tunes coming which way or another, right? And I'm not gonna say that they should have been as aggressive as they were. Maybe they should have tended to him faster. But I do know if that was me or you or some other Joe Schmo that wasn't 75 years old, they'd have left us there just like they did his ass, probably worse than just getting pushed. My opinion is, this is my opinion, I don't really care if you don't like it. If you walk towards the line of police, towards a fucking wall of cops, nothing but badges and riot gear, you walk towards that shit, and they're yelling fucking stop, and you don't, I don't know what else you think's gonna happen. I don't know what you think's gonna happen. It ain't gonna go good. It ain't gonna go smooth. It's not. Especially when they're in fucking riot gear. They were yelling, stop, move back, and he wasn't. And then I'm sorry to say this. Y'all ain't going to like this one. Some might like the perspective, but I know a lot of people aren't going to like it. Where his hands were, where they were by those cops' fucking arms and shit, nah. If me and you, again, grab towards a cop's fucking arms, they're going to do the same shit. And again, why is this 75-year-old man out in the protest? Because he wants protest, right? Well, then why are there conflicting reports that say that this man was an agitator and he was an aggressor and he was kicked out of the protest for being an agitator? See, there's two sides to every story, and I was waiting for the second side. And that's the second side, that he was an agitator. I was waiting for that. Because I kind of had a feeling, man, all the other oldies I seen protesting were protesting from the side. I didn't see them down in the front lines. Not that they weren't. But I also didn't see any golden oldies walk up straight to the fucking front lines either. So the fact that he did, and they were marching towards them, I don't know what he expected. Now, granted, I know a lot of people, they should have rendered aid right away. Well, first off, they're not EMTs. I've never once had a cop help me with shit if I was bleeding. Have had an EMT help me. But, I mean, again, I'm just using my opinion here. I'm going to go with the fact that I think he was out there agitating because a lot of the reports say he was agitating. The group said they asked him to leave. And there's other reports that say those same cops that were supposed to be fired or whatever or suspended says that they're also reinstated because of the evidence that came out. You can check for slightly offensive. It's 15 minutes and 26 seconds in. He can give you the information just like he gave me. And then I looked it up and damn, there's the search. Just Google search that shit. It's that simple. Another just crazy thing to me, it has to do with police, is the Minneapolis City Council did a veto-proof 9 out of, I think it's 13 members, 9 members voted to dismantle the police department. Now, granted, there are some really specific, suspicious, things that are running, like they did on a Sunday. It was a closed door. It's just weird. Now, I'm not for them tearing down the police department. I believe that the police department needs to be revamped. All the way up. I think that goes all the way to our leaders, our governors, our mayors. Because those are the people that employ the police chiefs and the police commissioners. And then the police commissioners are the ones that employ the lieutenants and the sergeants. Not that those guys didn't work their way up, but I gave a couple small examples. A good example is any police brutality reports that come back proven without a shadow of a doubt, fire that officer and charge them with said crime. Like, if a cop's out here bashing your fucking head in the ground, and that's an assault too, with a battery charge or whatever, however they're going to ring that up, that's what the cops should get charged with too, after they lose their job, because they're going to lose everything. Nobody's going to hire them again. They're going to have to look for a job as a felon, this, that, or thing. Same shit, like, same thing with misdemeanors. Cops shouldn't be out here committing crimes. They shouldn't be out here fucking bullying nobody, harassing nobody, none of that shit. But there's two sides. We the people, got to hold them accountable, and I think we're doing that. I think we are holding them accountable. I don't think looting and rioting was necessary. I believe that the whole country was listening when they seen that video. There was no doubt in anyone's mind that cop was dead to rights in the wrong. And to see one of our officials, Mayor Frey, get ran out of Minneapolis after he said no to abolishing the police. I also think that was a loaded question. I think it was an ultimatum on the spot. I don't know why he walked out there like he did. I don't know any other politicians that I think would actually do that shit. I think he did it because he just had that video with him dancing around and all that shit. I think he thought he was one of the people, but these people look to you to be an official, and you fucked up. You thought that somewhere along the lines that they forgot you were an official. You didn't. You thought you moved in as a friend in that official capacity. It didn't matter. I think Frey, whatever your fucking name is. And I think you fucked up. That's my opinion. I think you've got fucked up. They jammed you up with a question, and you look shook as shit when they started yelling, "Go home, Jacob." I bet that walk of shame was a long walk. And I bet you caught a whole lot of fuck yous walking out of there. And like that lady said, man, they're going to vote you out. Now, I don't know if everybody there is going to go vote. But what I do know is the decisions you've made, you've pissed off a lot of people on both sides. I don't doubt he'll ever hear this, but it's truth. Mayor Frey has pissed off people on their conservative side, the Republicans, the Democrats, the progressives, the fucking anarchists. He's pissed off every kind of political party there is because I don't think he's really stuck to anything he said. That's my opinion. I don't think he has. But I do not think that they'll end up dismantling the police. I think that myself personally, I think that's going to have to go all the way up the chain of command, all the way up to the fucking Senate, and I just don't think the Senate's going to pass that. But then again, I also don't think that's the right decision. I think the right decision is to fire and new hire. I think there's got to be some serious things to change. Like maybe all the cops need to have a criminal background, criminal justice histories. We'll call it. Maybe they got to graduate with a criminal justice degree in fucking police and being a cop. And then maybe they got to fucking do a whole year of like training with psych evals, physical evaluations, all this shit. Maybe all those numbers have to stay the same for that entire year of training. And then they can have a fucking year of fucking like rookie duty, man. Yeah, it's a long time. Yeah, but something needs to happen. Because the bad cops, they're sure as fuck overshadowing the good cops. There's people that I know have never been in trouble with the cops in their life and are scared as fuck of the police. Terrified, frightened, don't know what the fuck to think. And if you have a criminal history, you shook when the cops stop you. If you're a stoner, you're shook when the cops fucking stop you and the red and blue lights cut on in the back. I've seen so many stoners fucking freeze up real quick, man. Even though it's just pot, man. And then most time the police just take the shit. On some bullshit. Just take it, don't write you up. So, and I would classify them as that's a dirty cop. Not that you're not doing me a favor, but I would be more of a favor if you're like, throw that on the ground and get rid of it. Step on it. Pour water on it. Something, but not you put it in your pocket. Don't give me a ticket and take off with that in my plate. No, man. That's fucked up. But then again, this is all just my opinion on these things, man. But I really think, the city council is... they're pandering because they were the same cops that were voted in how long ago, and the same city council members that were voted in how long ago, and nothing changed. Why are they changing everything now? Why weren't they working on dismantling the cops a year ago? Same thing. Same with the politicians, man. Same people in office. And I'm not saying Trump, because Trump did go in there and he did drain hell of motherfuckers from around him. You can't say he didn't. And we voted him in anew. So if he fucked up, that's anew. But there's a lot of politicians, such as Congress people, that have no term limits. And they've been there for 20 years and ain't shit happened, but now they're all, oh, change gonna happen, change gonna come. No, it's not. They're lying to all of us, to everybody. Everybody that listens to them, they're getting lied to. Nancy Pelosi isn't telling the truth. Chuck Schumer isn't. Shit, Mitch McConnell on this subject probably is not telling the truth either. But a lot of the Democrats have been in office a long time and nothing has changed. Look at Joe Biden. How long was he in the Senate? How long was he vice president? What the fuck changed under his belt? Nothing. And he could have fucking changed some shit, but no, he wanted to go start Burisma. And that's another topic. We're not going to get into that. But either way, that goes into this, man. This goes into what I was talking about, Biden and Trump. It's a lot of polls are saying Biden's going to win, and I don't believe that. I think those polls are fucking flawed. I just do. Why? Because there's a lot of long-term Democrats that are going to vote Trump. They have their own reasoning, some because of what happened with the riots, some because of just the way the Democrats have been handling things, the way the government, how the Democrats handled the coronavirus. And Governor Walz is a Democratic governor. He's a piece of shit. He let all small businesses basically just suffer to have to fucking stay open. We're only at not even half capacity. I mean, half open when it comes to restaurants. They have patios. When have you ever been at a Denny's and sat outside? Fucking never. The Denny's here are putting a new sidewalk so they got places to sit. Yeah, it's nuts. Open or back up. I'm still going to say that shit. And there's a lot, when it comes to the protesting, there's a lot of people mad because when they wanted to protest to open her up, they were told you can't protest this, that, the other thing, you're going to kill grandma. And now there's 3,000-4,000 people walking deep. What the fuck happened to the coronavirus? I mean, I was down there taking pictures, but I also am not stupid. I know that the coronavirus is still out there. But I also I don't know how much that's true, because I know they had to make sure that George Floyd, in his death, the coronavirus, they had to make sure that did not have anything to do with his death, because he was asymptomatic, so it really didn't have anything to do with his death. But I'm sure the news and the medical examiner would have counted that as a COVID death because he had it. But it's not. But, you know what I'm saying? It's those things, man. This shit's fucked. On a good note, 2.5 million jobs came back. It's a fucking great thing. Sad thing is Pelosi tried to say that was her, and we all know that shit wasn't her. Just another oddball thing, you know. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Good thing, 2.5 million jobs came back. Jobs are going to keep coming back. I hope they keep coming back in mass numbers. I just hope they do. Praying for it. Man, Bush came out and said he wouldn't vote for Trump. Or he wouldn't endorse Trump. First off, man, I don't think anybody forgot when Kanye fly outside in front of Mike Myers. Bush don't like black people. He failed Katrina. Look at the fucking FEMA trailers. I watched a documentary a couple weeks ago on a fucking guy that literally goes around the United States looking for the FEMA trailers that were supposed to be disposed of, and they weren't because they were fucking sold off and they were re-auctioned. Look it up. I promise you, it's out there. Just look that shit up. George Bush was a piece of shit. The only reason he got his second term is because he fucking started a war that his daddy couldn't win. Everybody hated Bush. He's a manipulative little bastard. He plays stupid well on screen, but he's not as stupid as he wants everybody to think he is. Man knows full well what he's doing. So like I'm going to say, just like a tweet said, go back to painting dogs, George. It makes more sense. But Bush should have just, I think people took that and they were like, oh, they're going to run with that because Bush is Bush is a piece of shit. And Bush was always a piece of shit. That's not a new thing. Like, Bush was always just not a good person. He's just not. And like Sticks Hexenhammer said it best, fuck Bush. He's a bloodthirsty warmonger. I mean, in reality, look at his shit. He invoked a fucking Patriot Act. He failed, like I said, the people in Katrina. He, like I said, look up the FEMA trailers. That's enough to know he fucking failed them. He just Bush was a piece of shit. He pissed off any one of our allies that would have liked us.